All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope your week's coming into a nice close and whatever. Or maybe you're watching this on VOD and days don't mean anything. Whatever. Uh, Either way, hope you're all doing well. We're gonna jump back into stuff tonight. We got a number of things to do, and I forgot there's something we have to do. We should do before anything else. Um, you may remember the last stream, or maybe it was last week. I don't remember. Um, I had started implementing this, and then Ivanhoe started doing it. And then he provided a patch. So he says, here's what I have. Before I continue, I'd like to know if the function should really be transfer none as you did, or transfer full like I did. His reasoning for transfer full was that purple contact manager fine with ID is also transfer full. I don't know why we did that one as transfer full. So we need to figure out that reasoning. And actually, I just realized I did not do a full scan of my stuff to make sure I don't have anything personal or PII on here anywhere. This looks clean. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. I was doing a bunch of Kubernetes stuff and other crap. And I was just like, oh crap. All right, that's fine. All right, so we're not in SQL clean anymore. We get rid of that. So contact manager dot C. Fine with. Okay, cool. I was like, I don't think I'm muted, but okay. Always okay to look. So you said find with ID is transfer full. Oh. Okay, I understand why it is now. I don't know why we did it that way, but okay. UI gets weird. If you have the search thing open, the menus don't work for whatever reason. I don't know. Gotta ask ODAD about that one of these days. Okay, so that's... I see why that's happening. I don't know why we did it that way, but okay. That's fine. Let's see, what does he got here? It's RB. No, it's not RB. It's not in review board. What did he do? Find or create Ivanhoe. So he used the find with ID helper. Try to scroll. Your Radza package arrived today, 7 days after ordering. Nice. Mine right now is saying March 9th. So I've got a minute. So I did end up ordering. So let's see if AliExpress says if I'm close or not. My orders. Track order. Exports custom clearance complete. So mine's not shipping, not well, whatever. It's past customs to leave. I'm assuming. So my package arrived at the airport, awaiting transit. at 6:57 CST today. And then it started customs at 4:33 and finished customs at 4:52. Huh. There was a processing problem at the departure country / region on the 12th. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's still saying delivery March 9th. So anyway, I got some time. The cases are coming on Saturday though. So I'll have cases for time. All right. Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, why is there 2 found variables in here? Um, All right, yeah, overall that's all right. Oop. So the delay. This version should be fine. All right, transfer full should be fine. All right, unblock him. Yay. Okay. Oh. Do I want to mess in that thing too? You already had a processing issue at export clearance too. Didn't seem to slow it down. Yeah, it did look like it's a big deal. So either way, but yeah. So I bought 2 of the ITX pluses and 2 fans. Or did I buy 3 fans? I intentionally bought 3 fans in case, or I meant to intentionally buy 3 fans, in case there was issues or anything. How's it going, Icarus Mad? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the 13 months. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I bought 3 fans. Okay, good. Because I'm like, if one of the fans is bad or one of them dies, I want to have a hot spare, right? Or I want to have a spare regardless. I don't want to have to wait a month and a half to get a new fan, right? So I was like, it's only like $8. Just buy another one. It's fine. I almost bought 2 extras, but I'm just like, nah, 1 is fine. So, all right. So, what we need to do tonight, what I was thinking we should do is, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. So I don't necessarily. Ivanhoe's got this. We could work in tandem. I want to add a contact manager search that lets you or matches or something like that. RK 3588 chips don't run that hot anyway. It's more of a peace of mind. Yeah. But either way, if a fan dies and it starts getting noisy, I'm taking that thing out of service, right? I'm gonna replace it right away. Oh my god. I need to snooze Mastodon notifications when I start streaming. Somebody asked me what's the differences between Pidgin 2 and Pidgin 3, asking as a game user. Literally everything. Except I'm replying as Pidgin. Because the notification got weird. The Mastodon app gets real weird with multiple accounts. Oh, let me do this real quick. Yeah, hold on. Just be faster. Do it this way. I don't know why people just like expect us to tell them fucking everything too. I'm like, oh, I can't go do anything myself. Please be my Google. Oh, I was just gonna give them the list of the state of the birds too. Just fly here. You want to know? Here you go. I need to go to my channel. View my channel. Go to playlists. What was that? State of the bird. View full playlist. Or see. Ooh. Okay. Like that. What is this? What is that? I think somebody linked to this or something. Serverless messaging, Bondor, and Ruby. Okay. I don't remember why this came up, but okay. Hopper, seagull, pigeon, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so, anyways, I don't want to do the contact manager matches stuff as Ivanhoe's in here doing other stuff. We probably won't overlap, but I don't want to create conflict if we don't have to. There's a few other things we could get into right now, and that's going to become the question of which. But the thing is, what we really need to do, we're going to close Ibis. Bye, Ibis. See you later. Catch you later. Same. Oh, whatever. We can leave this open. That's fine. But we need to go here. Let's say Zim. We haven't done anything here since, yeah. So we probably have some cleanup we need to do. Oh, there's the other thing. Before we get, the thing is, before we get too far with Zim, I really want to finish the Burb response stream. Because that'll make building Zim easier. I don't know if we want to do that tonight, though. But they already scored. I'm watching the hockey game because it's almost over. That's why I started late. And oh, they were down a goal. Right. Okay, so we just tied it a while ago. So it was 4-4. Now my team just went ahead with 2 seconds left to go in the game. Nice. All right. Input parse to end. What the fuck does that mean? What should have been the go-ahead goal, right? They haven't updated yet. Maybe that was just tying. No, okay, now I updated. So the problem is the extension map stuff does not actually work. The stuff we designed doesn't actually work. So why does this branch name suck so bad? Let's start with that. versus conflicts. Zine extension.c. We need a directory. So we've got set element. We implemented set element twice. Oh no. This is our source, and that's the destination. So we probably want ours. So what was the other change? Zine is extension. Private equals get instance private. Private. Oh. Okay, they both added it. This is a more proper version, but I don't know how we had both, but alright, whatever. We want that one. I'm thinking I just want to throw this branch out. It's starting to look that way. The name of the element that's being extended. Yeah, this one's bad. Okay. Okay, now we're rebased. Woohoo! Oh, well, the game's over. Yay, we won. Woohoo! And this doesn't fucking work. Alright. Input to parse end. The problem is I haven't looked at this code since we just... It's been almost a year? That... Wow. Alright, we are just going to throw away this branch because the amount of time I'm going to put in to try to figure out how this works, or what I was trying to do, even though I know this doesn't work, it's not worth our time, right? It's just straight up is just not worth our time to try to figure it out. Okay, so it's just gone. Just make it go away. In the meantime, we're going to try to do some other little cleanup here to get refreshed with Zeem. So Zeem, for those of you that aren't aware, is our new XMPP library. It doesn't work yet. We're still... We have some concepts we're trying to do with it that my initial designs haven't worked. So we're, trying to figure that out and go from there. So we sidelined this to focus on IRC because that was much closer. Obviously, IRC was working to try to get that for the Pidgin 3 initial releases. But we want to get XMPP working now, so we need to tackle this stuff. But that said, there's a lot of stuff that's changed that we've learned about Mason and stuff, as you saw from some of those merge conflicts. I don't think we have to bump this to 2.80 yet. We can leave that at 2.76. That's fine. Just looking for anything that might be a little weird, something we want to tweak. There shouldn't be a whole lot here. It looked like we already went through and got all the property stuff. Okay. So the problem, and I think I have this documented somewhere. Maybe I don't. Omeo support. Yeah, cool. 12 months ago. Jesus Christ. Yep, February 17th, almost literally 12 months ago. So I said here, I realize this needs some more work this thought. The start TLS feature is only valid with stream features. Oh, wait. The start TLS feature is only valid with stream features as a parent, but its proceed and failure elements happen at the stanza level, which has a stream as a parent. So that said, this current implementation will not work. Um, so we're gonna discard this. Yeah. This is super out of date. Or we're gonna say super old. Super old. Wasn't clear what was going on, and it's not worth the time to figure it out. The lesson here, lesson here, was that the design for extension elements was incomplete. And we need to rework it as not as the specifics here's work. It's weird. As not everything is under the element that's extending things. Sure, that's fine. That's good enough. All right, what was that? 6120, I think. So the problem came in with start TLS. Well, actually, we don't even care about that. We want to look at XML stanza typically contains one or more child elements with accompanying attributes, names. Where's its extension elements is a name, I think. Yeah. Contained within an extension element section for reporting purposes. Although it's not forbidden for an entity to generate stanza. I thought this is like actually linked somewhere at the top. How many are these? There's only 8 matches, and we're at the last one. All right, they're saying it's a 4. Extended content. That's the problem. Although the message presence and IQ stanzas provide basic semantics for messaging availability and request response interactions, XMPP uses XML namespaces to extend the basic stanza syntax for the purpose of providing additional functionality. A message or present stanza may contain one or more optional child elements specifying content that extends the meaning of the message, e.g., an HTML formatted version of the message body as described in ZEP 0071, and an IQ stanza of type get or set must contain one such element. Such a child element may have any name and must process a namespace or possess a namespace declaration other than Jabber client, Jabber server, or ethax Jabber whatever that defines the data contained within the child element. Such a child element is called an extension element. An extension element can be included either at the direct child level of the stanza or in any mix of levels. Okay. Similarly, extension attributes are allowed. That is, a stanza itself, i.e., an IQ, message, or presence element qualified by the Jabber client or Jabber server content namespace, or any child element of a stanza, whether an extension element. Oh, okay, hold on. Or the child element qualified the content namespace may also include one or more attributes qualified by XML namespaces other than the content namespace of the reserved namespaces, including the so-called empty namespace if the attribute is not prefixed as described in our XML names. Okay. Do they have examples of this? This might have been something I was missing with Start TLS. Although lots of people are saying Start TLS is bad and you shouldn't implement it, but whatever. For the sake of backward compatibility and maximum interoperability, an entity that generates a stanza should not include such attributes in the stanza itself or in child elements of the stanza that are qualified by content namespaces Jabber Client, Jabber Server, and the body child of the message stanza. An extension element or extension attribute is said to be extended content, and the qualifying namespace for such an element or attribute is said to be an extended namespace. Informal note, although extended namespaces for XMPP are commonly defined by the XMPP Standards Foundation and by the IETF, no specification or IETF standard action is necessary to define extended namespaces, blah, blah, who cares. To illustrate this concept, several examples follow. The following stanza contains one direct child element whose extended namespace is Jabber IQ roster. Okay. So it's a query statement or a query message from IQ, which is going to do a roster query. The following stanza contains two direct child elements with two different extended namespaces. Yep. So you've got a presence from Juliet, and for protocol caps, it gave a hash, a node, and whatever. And then for X, for photo update, yep, okay, cool. Vcard temp update, cool. The following stanza contains two child elements, one of which is qualified by Jabber Client or Jabber Server content namespace, and one of which is qualified by extended namespace. The extension element, in turn, contains a child element that's qualified by a different extended namespace. So XHTML IM, okay. That's the body for that. Cool, whatever. What are they saying? Oh, okay. These are qualified by Jabber Client or Jabber Server. Okay, yep. It is convention execute for implementations to not generate namespace prefixes for elements that are qualified by extended namespaces. In the XML community, this convention is sometimes called prefix-free canonicalization. However, if an implementation generates such namespace prefixes, then it must include the namespace declaration in the stanza itself or child element of the stanza, not in the stream header. I'm not clear on that, but we'll come back to it. Support for any given extended namespace is optional on the part of any implementation. If an entity does not understand such a namespace, the entity's expected behavior depends on whether the entity is 1, the recipient, or 2, a server that is routing or delivering the stanza. The recipient receives a stanza that contains an element or attribute that does not understand. It must not attempt to process that XML data and instead must proceed as follows. If an intended recipient receives a message stanza whose only child element is qualified by namespace, it does not understand, then depending on the XMPP application, it must either ignore the entire stanza or return a stanza error, which should be service unavailable. If an intended recipient receives a present stanza whose only child element is qualified by namespace it does not understand, then it must ignore the child element by treating the present stanza as if it contains no child element. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. I want to see these. They don't seem to have given anything for the attributes. Right, the extended attributes, there's none of those. And what that should be is we should see something like that'll say HTML or whatever body source equal or some extension thing :source equals whatever. And they didn't give any examples of those. So I'm not sure how often those are, but let's look at this. XMPP start TLS RFC. Actually, I guess I could have just started here. So the problem we ran into is start TLS here. Like there's a bunch of extra content to it, and this is the part where we ran into the problem. Wait, this has its own. What the fuck? They have a whole feature of this. No, like it's just a Sassel then. Sassel's going to be a similar setup. Well, maybe not similar, but server responds by sending a response to the stream header to the client. Blah blah blah. Server sends stream features to the client. Only start TLS extension at this point, which is mandatory to negotiate. Okay. Client sends start TLS command to the server. Server informs client that it is allowed to proceed. Oh, okay, that's the problem, right? So we were going to do everything by the XML namespace, and then we were using that to figure out what to call. But the problem was, since this namespace is reused across attribute or across elements, we didn't know which one to look for or anything. And so the idea was, the way the extension element works is it finds this, and then it takes this entire stack and it passes it off to a handler that is supposed to parse it and go from there. But I'm still not clear why that shouldn't work, why that wouldn't work. Where do we get with this? So the stream itself. So stream features, we put an extension map on. Parse stream. Oh, stream itself wouldn't have it. Okay. How's it going, Robotic Head? Welcome, welcome. Maybe what we should do, maybe we should work on the burb response stream. It's annoying because the response stream, we need to implement our own input and output stream. And I'd like to do this as separate objects, but I don't think we should. Because we don't want to expose that API that way. The idea is, once we have the response stream, we can build unit tests that actually works on streams. And then we can go from there. Just deploying improvements to 9 sites. Nice. Do I have burb open? That's Seagull. 6 is hassle. Yeah, I don't really want to do hassle stuff tonight. 9 is the Windows dependency stuff. We should look at that maybe too, but maybe not. So we're going to be creating a repo called Purple Retro Purple PRPL, or maybe it'll just be Purple. I don't know. And the idea is all the retro protocol plugins are going to go live in there. But I don't really want to putz with that tonight. So okay. So let's skip Zine for a second. Let's go to burb. Are we going to get this done tonight? Probably not. So, yeah. So it's still called expect stream, which is wrong, but yeah. HG rebase minus D default keep branches. Yep, of course. Sublime dot. What files? Oh, look at that. Okay. Tests. Nice on that build. Oh, wait, was that backwards then? Yep. All right. So I don't remember where the hell we left off on this thing either, because this has been a long time. How long's it been? Oh, wait. I amended something on January 3rd. January 1st. And then July. So, it's been a while. Okay, so the idea of the response stream is, if you're familiar with expect or PyExpect, you can use it to run a program and then drive it using expect. So what you do is you give it patterns and stuff that it's supposed to match, and then when that pops up, you tell it what to put in on the input stream, right? Or whatever. You read from your input stream, and then you tell it what to put on the output stream. This is a little bit different. What we're doing is we're creating a response stream, right? So the idea is it's a similar concept, but you're waiting for like the stream object. You're telling it what to respond with when something comes in. And it gets a little bit funky, stuff like that. And I don't remember where the hell we left off here. But right. So the problem was I was trying to use G memory stream and some other stuff like that, and the thing is those do not work the way that you would think they do. And that becomes the problem. So this is response stream. That's good. Right. So we got input stream. Oh, so we're in out. Where do we put input? Input. No, input should be passed to us. This gets more confusing because we're working like a T and a pipe in here too, and that confuses. That makes things confusing as well. But obviously, if once this thing's up and working, we can use it for all of our stuff, including the IRC protocol plugin and a bunch of other stuff. So there's a lot to gain by getting this working. The problem is it's just complicated and isn't exactly clear on how to go forward, which is problematic. But yeah, so the idea is, you create a burb response stream new, and then we were getting the input stream from it. Right, so okay, so we created a burb input stream. Right, okay, so so it's an output stream, right? So by default, you write to this. And then you want to be able to read back the other stuff. So that's the right callback, right? So the idea is you create the stream, so then you add a response, right? So a null response means this data will just immediately become available. And then we got the input stream, and then we read, or so we create a read buffer. What? Oh, okay. So then, what the fuck? This is not right for a number of reasons, but so anyways, the point was we would write the data this, which is wrong. Yeah, this test is broke. Okay. This is the problem. Like I had to go back and forth on a lot of stuff a lot of time, and stuff was not clear. Clearly, it was clearly not clear. Um, Yeah, so this doesn't work. Is part of the problem. So we need. How was I going to do this? Do we have that anymore? So we used to have a circular buffer. I think that's in Pidgin itself and not in Burb. But we could use a circular buffer to become the input stream. Yeah, that's still in here. I don't think we're actually using this anywhere in Pidgin 3 right now. The point of this is we want to use this for file transfers, or we used to use this for file transfers, but I don't think we need to do that anymore. And as you can see, we're not actually using this anywhere. So circular buffer is a buffer that will start eating itself if you need to. And it can shrink down or it can get bigger, whatever. And you use this for file transfer so your buffer can grow as you're getting more data before it's been read, stuff like that. The documentation for this is not great, is it? Anyway, so if you just Wikipedia, like this is gonna do a much better job than I just did. No, because it's supposed to be circular. Let's see. Circular buffer, circular queue, cyclical buffer, or ring buffer is a data structure that uses a single fixed size buffer as if it was connected end to end. It doesn't have to be fixed, but yeah. This structure lends itself easily to buffering data streams. There were early circular buffer implementations in hardware. Cool. A circular buffer first starts out empty and has the set length in the diagram below, buffer, whatever. Assume that one is written to the center of the circular buffer. The exact starting location is not important in a circular buffer, right? So they got one right there. Cool. Then assume two more elements are added to circular buffer 2 and 3. They go right after it, right? If two elements are removed, the two oldest values inside the circular buffer are removed. Circular buffers use FIFO first in first out logic. In the example, 1 and 2 were the first to enter the circular buffer, there are the first to be removed, leaving 3 inside the buffer. If the buffer has 7 elements, then it's completely full. Property circular buffer is that when it's full and a subsequent write is performed, then it starts overwriting the oldest data. In the current example, 2 more elements A and B are added, and they overwrite 3 and 4. Yep. Alternatively, the routines that manage the buffer could prevent overriding the data and return an error or raise an exception. Whether or not data is overwritten is up to the semantics of the buffer routines and the application use of the buffer. Finally, if the 2 elements are now removed, then would remove is not 3 or 4, or rather now A and B, but 5 and 6, because 5 and 6 are now the oldest elements, yielding the buffer with blah. So one of the other things, I say extend, append, resize, grow. Yeah, so anyways, you can also, it doesn't have to be fixed size. So this is, our implementation is not fixed size. Which this is probably what we want to use to back this. And I don't see any reason why this couldn't go into Burb. But yeah, so we've used this for file transfers, right? Because as data comes in, if your disk is slow, but the network's still fast, we expand that out and we use memory to buffer that out so that as we're reading through, we can go to it. Basically what it is, it's a queue that has, I don't know what to say, it's a queue. But whatever, it's got a data structure that has an input point and an output point, right? And the output is where we would read from the data to create to process it, right? And the input point is where new data is being written. So yeah, let's just move this to Burb. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. What? Oh, this is all the copyright shit. Whatever, who cares? We're gonna lose history, that's fine. Oh, is it just circular buffer? Yeah. We're gonna have to pull the test in too, but we're gonna start by doing this. But yeah, then we'll use the circular buffer to back the response stream, and that should make things easier. The main reason I wanted to use the memory input stream was I needed something to back it, right? I needed something to actually keep track of the data. And like I could build this own custom thing in here, whatever, or I can just let this handle it. And that sounds like a better idea. Okay. This is gonna fail in a million ways. That's okay. Yep. Oh, we need to get the header. Burb action menu, sure. The burb copyright should probably be more up to date, but that's okay. Give me this too. All the purples become burbs. All these purples become burbs. And then all these purples become burbs. Okay, then all the synths 3.0s. What version of burb are we on? This will be 0.4, I guess. That doesn't exist yet. We'll have to fix that. Actually, I don't know why this is public. We should probably not make this public. Alright, well, let's get it compiling, then we'll do that. And then we gotta get all the copyright stuff and all the other shit fixed too. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I thought I was at the top of the file, which I'm clearly not. Which is good, because I was very confused. Okay, that part's done. Yay. I should do this right away too. It's gonna force Mason to rerun. That's fine. Oh, it's G pointer. Yep, that's a problem. Clearly I haven't done this in a while. Gointer. Beware the gointers. Alright, yep, circular buffer.h doesn't exist, that's fine. Circular buffer.c. I'm seeing a whole bunch of other stuff we're gonna have to do too. Default buffer size 256. Oh. Like even 8K is like pretty fine nowadays. Right? Just like, oh. Okay. Where's the capital burb? Or not purple. Okay. We should, in theory, compile now. I'm not going to copy the test yet because I think the tests are going to have to be overhauled a bunch to make this work, but that's okay. But okay, so for start, oh yeah, okay. Like this. Okay, so for starters, this is going to be G declare final type. No, I'm in action menu. Right, which makes all this go away. Great one, append, get max red, mark red, grow size. I don't know that we necessarily want to do the mark red part. We might. This is a good starting point, but we're probably going to tinker with this a lot. G size is fine there. G size. Weird, but okay. Like, it feels like this should be a G const pointer too. Right. Returns the upper pointer of the buffer where unread data is available. Use burp circle buffer get max read to determine the number of contiguous bytes that can be read from this output. After reading the data, call burp circle buffer mark read to mark. Yeah, see, this is clunky, right? There's a bunch of stuff you have to do to make it work, and we're gonna build this in. We're gonna update the unit test, get everything working, and then we're gonna go to town. But we're gonna make this private first, which gets rid of all the class stuff and all the other crap, and it's okay. But then this becomes struct verb circular buffer G object parent. That goes away. This is it's just G object, right? Yeah. Okay. This is G define final type. Semicolon's not necessary. We can get rid of this. Don't really need that. I'm not too worried about this. So you should be able to figure this out without these comments. Again, we're gonna overhaul all this anyways. Yeah, so alright, grow's not public, is it? It is grow. So like this is fine. But like there's no reason why we should make the caller cause us to grow. If you write more data than we can support, we should just extend out, right? And then go from there. Okay. But again, since this is no longer a class, or it's whatever, since it's no longer derivable, these aren't private anymore. Which is why these all say real in them, because we'll see in a minute where they get wired up. Not too worried about that at the moment. Finalize. We don't need to do this. We just need to say verb circular buffer equals verb circular buffer g clear pointer buffer g free. Okay. Like the G value probably fits here. Yep. Such a mix mash of shit here. That doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter. Oh yeah, now we've made them G pointers anyways. Do we fix that here? Oh, I made a const pointer. It's probably fine. Let's get input. Okay. I don't know why that's a property. If like that should not be a property if we don't have a getter for it. It's fine, but that should go away. Like, it's okay to still have it and everything, but it shouldn't be like we shouldn't be telling people we're adding data. Yeah. Row size, I'm not so much worried about. We'll tackle that when we get there. Yeah, so this all goes away. That's not a thing anymore. Input property doesn't make sense. Why would you give somebody a property to a pointer that's internal to you? It's just, yeah. You just don't do that. And then these ones are dead because they're just calling the class methods that aren't a thing anymore. But this isn't the case anymore, so we say buffer star buffer equal. I don't know where we have it. Giving the output pointer should be fine. Yeah, we'll see. Although, are we doing this the wrong? I feel like we're doing this the wrong way. Actually, hold on. Is there? It's on 6. Filter output stream. There's buffered output stream. Okay, I think this is what I was thinking of. But I'm like, there might be an implementation of this already that we don't even have to worry about. But looks like that's all we got there. What's a data output stream? Includes functions for writing data directly to an output stream. Oh, right. This is put byte, put. Okay, yeah. Which is almost kind of what we want. Do we even need the stupid circular upload stream? Oh, data is like actually putting like values and stuff in strings and shit. Um, you're very observant there. Okay, API. And I don't know you shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I have a feeling. Okay. Um. Okay, so buffered output stream would probably be the closest thing we want. Uh, how do I want to make this work? Um, so we have a buffered output stream. That could be our backing. I feel like the circular buffer we wouldn't even necessarily need for file transfers anymore because we would just create an input stream and an output stream and go from there. Yeah. Okay, API. If you just want to be dumb and ask stupid questions, I'm just gonna block you. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, no. If I'm ever talking about somebody whose name doesn't look like they're in Twitch and they're not saying anything in Twitch, it's YouTube. Imagine if I multi-streamed at TikTok too. That'd be fun. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Um. Crap. So that's 6. It's 5. TM Griffin with the raid. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's your stream? What were you up to tonight? It's been a while. Hope you've been doing well. If you all don't know CM Griffin, Mr. Sir, he works on all sorts of random stuff. Last I knew, I don't know what you're working on now because it's been a while. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the raid. You implemented a sandbox mode for your SAS. Nice. Good times. Good times. We're making bad choices over here. That's what we're doing. We're reverting them all. Yeah, we're trying to build a stream object that'll make it easier for us to test network protocol stuff because we need to. And it's mixing, matching streams and trying to do things in weird ways, and it's complicated and sucks. And then I was like, oh, well, we could use this to back it. And then I'm like, but we don't really need this. So that's why I just reverted everything. So we'll see. All right. So the idea was to have something like an expect stream that you might use in Python or something. We're really going to play whack-a-mole here? I mean, we can, but yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of like a Python expect stream is what we're going for, but it's not quite the same. But the problem is it's been a pain in the ass to try to get working right. All right, so the main problem is like I need a way to. Oh, it's still not gonna work, is it? I need a custom stream implementation is really what it comes down to, and that's a problem. But do I really need it this way? It should support partial writes. So anyways, the idea is you do something like r equals response stream new response stream add response r comma, you know, so if you see $, then say ls, right? And then, you know, you say response stream write r comma $, right? And oh, you should have, let's say this is the output stream, right? And then you've got input stream equals response stream get input. Oh, and then, you know, so you'd write that, and then you'd say data equals input or response stream read I, right? And then you know, assert data equals ls, right? That's the idea. Good evening, program. That's funny because I always do all my Twitch or all my Mastodon announcements and stuff, and Pidgin stuff in general. I use the Tron version and say, "Greetings, programs." That's what I wanted. That's kind of funny. All right. Anyways, so this is the rough idea of it, right? So in the unit test, you know, or not necessarily, you know, so you like the idea here is so that in a unit test that was trying to test that, you know, okay, when the terminal writes $, this is backwards. Whatever, it's fine, right? But when it sees a $, it's going to automatically respond back with an ls, right? So like this would be us being the terminal or something or whatever. But the idea here is we'll be able to mimic out pieces of servers, right? So like we'd be able to say something for like IRC, right? We'd say O equal response stream new, right? Response. So when I say so when I send cap ls 302, no, I've got this backwards. Okay, so like if we're doing an IRC setup, right? So on the first startup, the stream's gonna write back. Oh, this is still backwards. What the fuck? Ugh. This is why this gets confusing. Right. Okay. Let's start with right. Okay. Um, so an initial part of this conversation is going to be join Pidgin, right? So then what we would say, we grab the input stream right away too. And response stream get input, right? And then what we're going to do is maybe read stream. Yeah, telling this to how the fuck did I start this API? New IL stream, add response, and then get. Oh, right. So the get input stream. Yeah. So the idea is this is already tied into whatever your input handler is or whatever, right? So if this was ibis, right, that returns an output stream. All right. So if this was ibis, it's gonna look a little weird, but it's fine. We're gonna say O equals response stream new. We still need the IO stream though. Fucking shit. Oh, I guess it's fine, right? So it's response stream get input. We got s equals what I don't remember what it's called. Like G simple IO stream new. Input output, I think. Then we would say client equals ibis client new. Then ibis client start, and then we pass in the stream, right? So we'd have this, and then the idea would be that the response would come in, right? So then we've got a block starting. Since this wasn't waiting for a response, it automatically writes join as Pidgin. Hash. No, this is wrong. Hold on. When it sees join Pidgin, we want it to respond with colon server join hash Pidgin. Yeah. Okay. Right. So then, somewhere here we would say ibis or message equals ibis message new. Ibis message join, ibis message set params, message Pidgin null, ibis client write, client message. Right? So this would be the way the test would work. And then we would say response equals whatever, G output stream read. No. Yeah, it has to be the input stream. Read. We're gonna say it's even though it's wrong, right? And then G assert compare stir response equals colon server join hash Pidgin. So yeah. No, we did not find out who uploaded the keylogger. I mean, we know what their username was. We banned them from everything. They may or may not have started doing shit again, using the same server with the same IP address. But, I mean, I'm not an authority, right? I can't go arrest them, so I don't know what you're expecting me to do. Like, did I respond them to CISA? No, or respond. Did I report them to CISA? No, because what are they going to do? Right? It's very low hanging fruit here. Or not even low-hanging fruit, low stakes. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it sucks, but yeah. For fuck's sake. Like everybody, man. I guess nobody can fucking Google anymore. Sorry, it's not just you. There's another one earlier. Thank you, Euro. Like, the worst part is, yeah, no worries. The worst part is we gave a talk about this at Damon Con 2 weeks ago. Aha, look at this site. It's so cool. Look, it looks like hackers. Yeah, it's wasting my fucking time. So, hey, look, that's me. So we gave a talk about this on whatever day this was. I don't remember now. January 24th is when it was. So. Okay. All right. Coming back to that. Back over here. Here. All right. But yeah, so that's the idea of how this is supposed to work, right? So it's going to sit here and keep reading the input until it sees the next response, and then, or the expected stuff, and then it's going to write this response. That's what this needs to do. But this is where it gets shitty. There's just pipes, right? There's got to be a pipe. I don't want a Unix pipe. Stream. Isn't there like a whole thing about streams and how they work and shit in here? I thought there was. Oh, no, splicing's not right either. I was trying to use splicing for something. Splices an input stream into... Okay, no, maybe this is it. Oh, but no, it's the other way I need... Or there... G input... Splices an input stream into an output stream. That's not what... The names of these are weird, and this is where everything becomes a problem. Yeah, TLDR, somebody social engineered me enough to link to a malicious plugin, but it was just an index on a page. You still had to go do all this other bullshit for it to even become anywhere near a problem. The funnier part is we recently just banned another malicious person trying to social engineer me. So yeah. Oh my god, this song needs to go. I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but it was annoying as fuck. All right, if it's not, all right, there's GIO upload stream. The input stream. Skip, read, write. Is closed, has pending. Yeah, guess what? People will try to use ways to communicate with others to exploit them. And that means they will do it to the people that build the software too. It's not it's not a new thing. So, how does this work again? Splices an input stream into an output stream. They're going to be left initializement in case of error. Like this is just not clear on what this does, right? Like, all right, cool. Asynchronously splice the output of stream 1 into the input stream of stream 2 and splice the output stream of stream 2 into the input stream of stream 1. What? The output of stream 1. Oh, because this is GIO stream. Before I was looking at G output stream. This isn't quite what we want either. But so if I remember correctly, this takes all the data that's in input stream and then writes it to output stream, but it doesn't keep going. Right? That's why the splice flags are like, do not close either stream, close the source stream after the splice, clear the target stream after the splice. So it reads everything, plops it in, and then does nothing to it. That's not quite what we want. It's not what we don't want. All right, so G buffered output stream. Is this really what we want to do? We just want to write some stuff around G buffered output and input stream? Maybe. What do we got here? So how do I read from this? Right, so the unit test side needs a stream to write to. They need an output stream. If I gave them a buffered output stream, how do I turn this into an input for me? Or how do I even get the data? Clear pending, flush, force a write of all users to the given stream. I don't think this is, yeah, nope. This is where this stuff gets weird. I thought there was something more specific about, like a breakdown of all this. Classes hierarchy, GIO or TLS overview, overview, file attributes, bulbable utility functions. There's GIO Unix. Maybe it's just here. Number stream classes, somewhere the input output stream hierarchies that can be found in frameworks like Java. Read data, write data, read and write data. Great. That, yep. Where is a pipe? Oh, cool. I got, okay. Instead of banging our head against the wall here, we have some other stuff we can do. Looks like I typed something. A couple things. Existing statement will leak. We should check statement at the start and either fail or return early. Okay. Line 85 statement.c. Wait, initable init can be called more than once? Really? My object can fail during this. The object's not initialized and returns to the error, then all returning null instead. Where? This method is intended for language bind. Blah, blah. The object must be initialized before any real use after initial construction, either with this function or blah. Implementations may also support cancelization. Cancelable is not null, then initialization can be canceled by triggering blah blah blah. Right. Cancelable is not null and the object does not support cancelable initialization. The error GIO are not supported will be returned. I don't know how it checks it, but okay. If the object is initialized, when it returns the error. Follower should not assume that a class was once gettable. It can be initialized multiple times. Should not assume that it can be initialized multiple times unless the class explicitly documents itself as supporting this. Generally, a class implementation of init can assume and assert that it will be only called once. Previously, the documentation recommended all ginitable implementations should be idempotent. The recommendation was relaxed in glib 2.54. I'm not opposed to putting it in there, but it's recommended that the method is idempotent. Multiple calls with the same argument should return the same results. Only the first call initializes the object. Further calls return the results of the first call. One reason why a class might need to support idempotent initialization is if it's designed to be used via the singleton pattern as a gObject_class.constructor that sometimes returns an existing instance. In this pattern, a caller would expect to be able to call ginitable init on the result of gObject new, regardless of whether in fact it's new instance. All right, well, either way, I don't care. 7. We don't store the old result though. But I guess we want to just say g clear pointer statement, comma, SQLite 3 finalize. And that'll do it. Shouldn't be. But binding. And a what is this called again? I don't remember. We'll call SQLite 3. I don't remember what it is. It's like expanded SQL, or is it SQL expand? I don't remember. So, why do we store the SQL? Oh, right, okay. We store the SQL because we need it for the initable to work, but I wasn't sure if SQLite will do any normalization or trimming of the SQL, which is another reason I called into the library. But I can add a unit test to check that real quick. Oh, all right. Did we do anything with SQL? No, we didn't. I mean, technically we did with properties. Just see what happens. The property test. Well, that was not the fix over here. What? So we got an error here? What the fuck? Oh. The test is wrong. No. I'm dumb. That's supposed to be there. Alright. Oh, right. We got more than one sequence statement was provided. Okay, that's fine. That's doing what we wanted. Okay. It remembers white space. So. Yeah, okay. It remembers it verbatim, so that's fine. But we do want this here. That's important. Because that's how we got the error. And to figure out what was wrong. Okay, so that's fine. SQLite 3 doesn't do any normalization or anything, so and just returns the original string, which we already have. So we just return that directly. Okay, there we go. Back to stupid shit. Okay, so we need to have an input stream. No, we need to have an output stream that people can write to. And then we have to have, yeah, so, okay. Buffered output stream, I can't just dump data in, which is a problem. Fuck, I really wish gmemory stream did all this for us, but it doesn't. So we have to do it, which is stupid. Buffered streams don't, like, I'm so confused on how somebody processes one of these. Are they just using, they've got to be using splice, right? That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, you just splice until you're done, I guess. Like, whatever. So you call splice async. In your callback, you get all the data, it's done, and then you call splice async again, and you just repeat. Splices the stream asynchronously. When the operation finished, callback will be called. You can then call splice finish to get the results of the operation. For the synchronous block inversion of this function, blah, blah. This method completes asynchronously. See, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, thanks. This is great. Yep. Okay. Splices an input stream into an output stream. So anything that came in as an input then gets written to an output stream. Which does not help us at all. So we have an output stream that we want to push to an input. Actually, no, we don't give a shit. But we need to process the data from the output stream. So God, I don't know why I can't fucking grok this. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Into the internal buffer. Get available, get buffer size, peek. Peeks into the buffer, copying data of size count into buffer. Brain needs percussive maintenance. Try whacking in the table couple. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, wait. So I think I wanted to use an output stream so that I could read the data directly. Right, so we were an output stream so that I could implement... Right. So there's virtual methods in here. Well, there's splice. So there's write, async, write, finish, blah, blah, blah. So the idea was I would implement write so then I could read the data and then go from there. But so this is why I want a circular buffer, because I want to write to the end of it. I want to keep reading from the start until I have a match. Because I have to build that data structure myself. All right. Do we try to salvage the purple circular buffer? I'm going to say no. I don't want to NIH it, but it's going to suck trying to fix it. So let's just build our own circular buffer. The concept's not that hard. It's not a big deal. And yeah. All right. But first we have to do Mason build. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm also supporting somebody on IRC while we're doing this. Oh. Okay, I'm not responding. They didn't say anything anyways. Okay. Version.h. Well, that's why I always miss these ones, because they don't match the other ones. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Alright, yay! Alright. So, should we call it a circular buffer, or should we call it a ring buffer? Does anybody have any strong opinions either way? Sizable ring buffer. Yeah, I'm like, I feel like more people know it as a ring buffer. Circular resizable array in Java. So the other question is, do we want to resize? Do we want to make it get smaller at all? Do we want to make it shrinkable? I'm sure this should be relatively easy. We'll start with the simple stuff and go from there. All right, actually saved it. Come on. don't need this. Let's call it a circularly double link. That's not going to be the case here. Oh, you're saying in response to the Java one. Yeah, yeah. Fine, fucking save. Jesus, I keep doing it. Berberring buffer.h. A classic ring buffer. No, a ring buffer for buffering data. Sure. Ring buffer new. Yeah. Creates a new ring buffer. Alright, we're just going to start with this for now, just so we can get stuff compiling. That feeling when somebody leaves you a review comment and you're like, fuck, I should have thought of that. Alright, so how's it going, SWK? Hope you're doing well. The review comment is I'll have to refresh. Shouldn't we test this double in it? Mm-hmm. Like, should have thought of it when I was there, but I didn't. Applying percussive maintenance to your brain, trying to understand this exercise in indirection and obfuscation they call Larvel. I've heard good things about Larvel, which I don't know if I should believe that or not, but I don't know. We're not going to test the errors. We'll test the errors. You enjoyed Larvel when you used it last? All right. Get smaller stack traces out of free switch? Oh boy. db comma select 1 comma error. Oh, we want to add one more test here. No error, gassert true Siegel is statement g initable Okay, so we want a result. result equals G initable init. G initable statement. I'm a null error. Assert no error. Assert true result. So that said it was going to return true, right? If successful, if an error has occurred, this function will return false and set error appropriately if present. Okay. My realm stuff might not be that bad, but I keep finding typical Node.js is odd type BS in this thing. Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. We shouldn't have to test the pointers the same, right? That seems like we shouldn't have to do that. No. Okay. Oh. So we should make sure that you can do a trailing semicolon because I'm sure somebody's going to do it. Probably me, even. Right? Oh, wait, I don't want that one. I want this one that I just did. Get rid of this part. Ugh. Actually, I don't know that this is going to work. Oh. Okay. We could trim the statement, but like I see people, I can understand people doing this all the time, but do you guys think it's going to be common that people do that? Because we only allow one statement, and I suppose what we could do is so if trailing is not equal to null, right now we're just checking if it's the end, right? Or if it's null. That's a problem. Right. I forgot chug is first. Chomp is end. For whatever reason, I can never remember these. I think we're going to skip this for now because this is going to get gross if we try to do this way. Because we don't own that string. And it could be statically or whatever. So then we have to dupe it, and then we're duping it to check if it, you know, and that's stupid. So we'll do the trailing. The test for the trailing's fine, but we don't want to do a white space at the end. Add tests for double inits and trailing semicolons. Skipped stripping, allowing trailing white space because it'll gets complicated because we need to allocate the string to test because it could be a static string from the color. Okay. Back over to here. No, to here. Yes. All right. We need to start ring buffer.c. Object new verb type ring buffer shit. Oh, we were doing 2 words. Okay. Public API. We did, yeah. Static void verb ring buffer init. What? Oh. There's a type def to put the underscore version to the real version, and since I missed the underscore, we never had it. All right, cool. We can land us some statements. We could go to the seagull stuff if we want to. Because all the stuff we have to do in Seagull now is tedious, boring work, but it's okay. We have to add the bind properties for all the shit. Which is why it's boring and tedious, but it's busy work, which can be okay. All right, we compiled in Burb. Good. Yeah, I mean, let's just start there anyways too. Tests, sure, ENV, I don't care. Ring buffer equals no buffer. Ring buffer new. Verb assert type buffer verb type ring buffer G assert finalize object buffer. Yep, stupid unit test, but again, we just put in all the infrastructure for all the unit tests. So now it's easier to add individual unit tests. Okay, cool. I just realized I wanted to go check. Oh no, I should have seen that. Well, let's see. Oh, that's fine. Oh snap! Must remember to watch this later. Nope, later. There's a local retro video game store, and he does restock videos every Thursday night, and he just posted it an hour ago. And apparently, he has another Holy Grail cartridge. Last week, somebody traded in a Star Fox weekend competition cartridge, so I ended up going on Sunday, I think. Just looking at stuff, whatever. He wants $3,000 for it. I was just like, yeah, yep, I ain't paying that. Not that I want the card anyways, but yeah. But he claims he has another Holy Grail. Oh, I wonder what it is this time. Get your eye crusties. Oop. There you go. Fine. You go. Oh. Oh, he's not in frame. Oh, yeah, I kicked his bed off here the other day because I needed room. I didn't put it back. Well, so the thing about the Star Fox Weekend cartridge was there's only like 30 of them in existence, right? So rusted out hearse, no motor, trans, and busted glass. They wanted $20,000 for it. Jesus, yeah. So on eBay. Yeah. Like this is just what they go for. Any of this stuff for Star Fox Super Weekend is just stupid expensive. Currently sold out, that's fine, right? 18 views, blah blah blah. Wholesale gaming store, whatever. Fox Super Weekend. I just want to go to the completed items. 1,500. Like, that was, oh. Hey, man, you can get it. Oh, no, 0 bids, whatever. It didn't go for anything. $2,000 for that one. Oh, yeah, people aren't buying it, but get out of my water. You just got 6 treats. You're going to go beg for more? But yeah, it's, you know, this is the price people put it up for, but nobody's buying it at this price. So, this is just regular Star Fox. But yeah. They complain they can't eat for the month? Yeah, probably. Although, if it's just 1 month, that's a little surprising. Right? Oh, we land the Hessel one too. I forgot about that. Oh, 38.22. Do. Hessel was on 6, yeah. Oh, I meant to look at my branches. Where am I? God, I wish I didn't have to keep looking around a fucking cat. Okay. You can't see, but he's right fucking here. Begging for more treats, even though he just got 6. 6 of them. Hi. Yes, hi, mister. He wants his scratchies. No, you can't even see him anymore because he's moved out of frame. The boss says more, yeah. Oh, he can try. This is a union shop. We don't give a shit what the boss says. You have to fight over keyboards with cats. They just trying to trip over you when you walk between the house and the shop. Yeah. Yeah, so like I have a keyboard tray for the very explicit reason of he can't walk on my keyboard. Right. But that doesn't that then means he can then sit on my desk right in front of my monitors and be in the way and be a nuisance. Yes, a nuisance cat. Fox loves a good old belly flop onto either the keyboard or the mouse. He's licking the bowl, trying to find some treats. Not gonna get them. Not gonna happen. Nuh-uh. All right, we got our tests. Woo! Now we just have to, you know, implement the entire ring buffer, and it'll take 2 seconds, right? All right. Feed me, stupid human. Yes, exactly. So, what did Wikipedia say ring buffer's properties are? We're going to try to mimic that. And now... Scratchy scratch. And he has wet food in the kitchen. I'm sure he has not eaten it all yet. He has dry food in the kitchen. His bowl never gets empty because he does not eat enough of it each day. I only fill it like every 3 days, and I put a quarter cup of dry food in it. Do I exploit chat to give him more treats? If we get 5 gift subs, or 5 subs, I'll give Slater more treats. It's up to you. You gotta look at the camera. Look at the camera. You gotta beg up here. Yeah, I know. All right, fine. If we get a gift sub, if we get a sub, I will give him more treats. Oh, he don't care. He's gone. Never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Although he might jump back up. I don't know. He's so weird with this stuff. Like, he'll sit here and beg, but then, like, he won't eat his morning treat sometimes, or he'll eat, like, 2 of them and then run away. And it's like, dude. All right. Ring buffer. Oh. Oh, jeez. No. Don't bring that noise here. What are you doing? Don't bring that noise here. There you go. That's from SWK. Say thank you. Oh, I suppose I got 10 channel points now that I think about it. Sorry. A lot of people have channel points for treats. The problem is he's so hit or miss with actually eating them. The Twitch randomizer has spoken. That wasn't actually random, was it? You can't do a... Oh, yeah, you can do a random. And it really picked it. No, that's... I don't know. That counts from March 14th of 2014. Defaults to random. You can tell how many gift subs I give. I'm usually not paying attention. It's just like 5 go, and that has to be random. So yeah. All right. Well, anyways. Oh wait. You said it has spoken. Maybe it was told. Maybe Doge got all up into Twitch and was like, the default gift sub has to be Mr. Musk. That is how we make it efficient. Right? Speaking of Mr. Musk, let's go to Wikipedia so we can learn about ring buffers because that's woke somehow. Huh? You're saying that's what Doge said? I don't understand the bigly part. All right, they say single fixed structure self leads easily buffer data. Where are the properties of this? Buffer start memory, buffer capacity length. We implement use a pointer and 3 integers. Those stumpy words. Oh, okay. I don't listen to him that much. If that wasn't clear. Yeah, why did we use another pointer for this? This seems silly. Buffer start in memory. That's the pointer. The capacity is the length. That, yeah. Our stargates? Oh. These. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh. Yeah, see, this is not the dial home device. This is the actual Stargate, to the gateway to heavens, And we see the constellations that only make sense from Earth, but we put it on all the gates, and they're the same regardless, which never made sense to me. Um, Unless I guess the stars are seen from other galaxies. I don't know. Whatever. The Chop Eye. Yeah, sorry. The Chop Eye. My bad. Well, we all know who all the Stargate geeks are now. But yeah, no, the whole constellation thing, like, it sounds good on paper, but doesn't make sense. And also, why the fuck do you need a point of origin point? It already knows the point of origin. They did all this, like, okay, in the movie, they didn't say that, like, in the movie, they didn't tackle um, expansion of the universe or anything, but in the TV show, they did by saying the gates can talk to each other to update and blah 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 blah. Because writer, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, they did this whole thing about it, like, like a phone call and whatever stuff, right? But it's like, you idiots, you are all old enough to remember the days before caller ID. Like, you don't need to know where the call came from to find out it was in the house. Right? It's just like, come on. All right, so anyways, the rest of this is all internal. The part, I guess on resize, we just create a new pointer, right? Explain the point of origin later on by adding an area code. No, that well, did they call it an area code? But, like, the weird part is it's at the end then, right? No, they still had the point of origin at the end, and they put the galaxy as the first one. But, like, how is that gonna work? Yeah, but then, like, they threw that all out of the water too for Stargate Universe when they made it a 9 address, which was a special one-off address. And yes, they added 9 for SGU. I really wanted to like SGU, but, like, there's only so much shit you can do on a ship that you can't control, right? Like, either eventually you get control of the ship, and I don't know what the fuck you do, right? Or it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And, like, they tried to put so much inner character drama into it. It was just, yeah, I don't know. And, like, they made Rush just instantly deplorable. Can I use a GUint for this? So, should I use integers or should I use pointers for this? I think we're probably fine to do either, but we'll see. Yeah, they got control of the ship and then it got canceled because what else are you going to do? So what do they say? They say 3. You need a length, an end, and a start. Well, length is obviously... Oh, this has to be a G size. I'm on the wrong thing. Length. Okay. We're just going to say define verb ring buffer block size 4096. Right. Okay. Cool. Yep. Those should be initialized to 0. Oh, but here we will say, yeah. Yeah. 4K blocks should be plenty fine, right? We're not building for DOS. I don't know why the fuck Pidgin 2 is 256 bytes, but whatever. That's not even a full MTU. That's what the fuck. So we're doing multiple writes on a file transfer. How much space do you get in a typical packet after TCP overhead? It's like 1440 bytes or something, right? So we're doing at least 6 writes per full packet on a large file transfer. That is... No, nobody's doing jumbo. Are you doing jumbo packets? Okay, well, I don't know. Most stuff I run into doesn't do jumbo packets. So everything's still 1500 or 1440 or 1410, whatever the fuck it is. Maybe there's just 1400. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, 4K is plenty. 4K. That's 4K. That's plenty. So we are going to say buffer equals GNU 0. Actually, we don't have to say GNU. Yeah, we don't have to. We can just GNU. I'm supposed to give this a type, or no? I can do gmalloc, right? I think I can just do gmalloc. Gmalloci. Yeah, gmalloc and bytes. Okay. GNU wants you to give it a type, and then it returns the casted version of it, but we don't care here. Unless you are on PPOE fuckery. That's like 1452. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking like VPNs and shit where you have to fuck around with it. So as you start fragmenting to hell. Oh, so I learned something interesting the other day. So it turns out if you are using Hyper-V and you use an external switch to put your VMs on your LAN, right, with like a bridged interface, if you don't go and change a bunch of properties on your network interface, the VM just goes to shit. Once you start transferring even minimal files, the VM becomes basically unusable. So, way to go, Microsoft. You know, Hyper-V / Virtual PC has been around since the early aughts, if not the 90s. And I don't know how the fuck you haven't fixed that yet, but, you know, Microsoft finds a way. Yeah. Bugger. Yeah, well, it's not my fucking choice. The problem is there's a place that wants to deploy our Works virtual machine as a demo on a laptop, and that laptop, like our product, our appliance is a Linux machine. So yeah, and they just wanted to use Hyper-V, and it's just like this whole project has just been an exercise in just waste. We don't have any government contractors. The TLDR is I currently contract for a company that manages integrations in hotels. Integrations of the property management system with the thermostats, the door locks, all that IoT bullshit. And they're trying to set up this demo that they've been trying to set up since like September to show how one type of lock will work with our system and stuff like that. And it's just been one fucking thing after another. And it's like, if they don't buy it at this point, we have sunk so much time and energy into this. It is absolutely absurd. Yeah, yeah. Hospitality market is insane. The other part is things are either, oh my God, you have to fix this immediately, or, oh, it's been broken for 3 months and nobody noticed. It's just like, what? Analog phones in rooms? Dude, nothing against Serial. Serial is a fine protocol. We have documentation for so many customers on how to wire up custom serial adapters because they're coming through with an RJ45 and then we have to get it into our machines which just have USB. Or no, we have a RJ45 console port too, right? So, oh yeah, so we'll have a DB9 to RJ45 for us to read because that's just our console port. And it's just, it's, dude, there's some out there that still do batch processing in 2025. Oh my God. Just like, I just can't even, man. You do batch processing in 2025? What are you doing? Come on. But you're doing like batch processing. Oh no, you said Kappa. Never mind. Or maybe you do, right? Billing or something. I can see doing billing in that. About a billion transactions. Yeah, like if you're doing something after the fact, whatever. But like this is like room sales, right? So like, oh, a room is now occupied, or a room has been sold, meaning somebody, has now reserved a room or paid for it and shit. And they do that in batches somehow. I just don't fucking get it, but whatever. All right, so we got our basics. We mallocked our 4K, and then we freed it properly, right? Valgrind, we lost no bytes. Woo! All right, so then we've got G pointer start, G pointer end. Okay. Buffer start equals buffer buffer. Buffer end. Wait. What are the names I actually use for this? I've been trying to keep stuff in... Okay, they start and end. I've been trying to make sure that all of our stuff matches like the standard or nomenclature, that kind of stuff, right? So it's easier for people to understand. They're like, oh, okay, here's this part that has these things, and go from there. They're still probably running some 1985 Clipper code in the back end somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it's not that surprising. But yeah. All right. So now we got the buffer. Okay. Yep. I'm not too worried about that. I guess let's start with right. We're gonna have to test both of them anyways. Ring buffer. Oh, this is stupid. Hold on. Instead of a G pointer, I should probably do GU into 8 star buffer. Your girlfriend is in HR. She asked me if they know any COBOL coders because one of the HR friends was trying to recruit for that. Oh, man. That was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, I know COBOL is still a big thing and it's still out there. Although maybe Doge will get rid of all that. Or maybe Zitter will just start using COBOL. Here's the COBOL binding, the COBOL API for Zitter. And how you do OAuth with COBOL. Can you imagine? OAuth and COBOL. Oof. For your Model 3? Yeah, there you go. You could probably be the same. Sorry, yawning. Uh, 70. Oh, because I started and I didn't finish. All right. Oh, that's not even right. Void. would work better than FSD? Huh? I don't know what FSD is. Flying Spaghetti Dragon? Pretzel has been having issues all night. Oh, full self-drive. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, I gotcha. I don't know shit about Teslas. Can you tell? Come on, Pretzel. You guys can't even generally hear the music, so this is all for me, and it's just not here. All right. So in nope. So quiet without music. Circular buffer. Wait, what growth? You gonna play now? Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so we have an append method. This will grow the internal buffer to fit the added data if needed. Drive because you like driving. If I didn't, I'd get the bus with a human at the wheel. Yeah, I mean, that works for you. That's not a possibility in the United States. In most places in the United States. All right, let's go with append instead of write. I think that makes more sense. So this is gonna be, but we're gonna make a G boolean Berberring buffer append. Take the buffer, GU into 8 star, data, comma, G size, length. The boolean is going to be to say whether or not we resized. That's not really necessarily helpful for others that are using this. But maybe you want to keep track of how many times you've resized it. And then you're like, hey, we're not writing, nobody's consuming this. We need to kill this kind of thing, right? No, it's not what I wanted. So it's not immediately clear that that'll be necessary, but it'll be good to have regardless. Berbering buffer append and data, the data to append, length, the length of the data. Appends data to the ring buffer. The buffer will automatically be resized if necessary. Sure. Returns true if the buffer was resized, otherwise false. Since 0.4. That makes sense. People feel like they need to know if they've resized or not. I feel like that's okay. So this is where the math gets a little weird, but it's okay. But G return val verb is ring buffer false. G return val if val data is not equal to null false. G return val if val length is less than or equal to 0. Or it's just gonna be equal 0. G size is signed. Or is not signed. Jesus, hit the right key. I have an extra space in all these. Would void star data be better? That way you can cram whatever type you want into it. But we're specifically writing with bytes. Like if we wanted an array of just random data, we already have those. We have G pointer arrays or even G array. So I'm gonna say no. Right, we very specifically want bytes here. All right, so if buffer buffer end plus length. Oh shit. The reason you use integers is so you can... The reason you use integers is so you don't have to do pointer math. So if buffer end plus length is less than buffer plus buffer length, right? You got an interview Monday and you haven't used Linux. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I've been using Linux for 25 years. I don't know how to tell you how to start. Like, I don't know. Quick pick up a system admin course or something on Udemy or something. I don't know. No, this wouldn't be. This... Real-time translation headsets. Hack it into ChatGPT so you can feed your answers real time. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we don't have to resize. So here we then want to say mem copy. We need string.h. Wait. I think there's gmem copy. Oh, there's gmem dupe. What's the G memory chunk alloc? Oh, yeah, okay. This is not what we want. We don't give a shit about this. But we don't want to duplicate memory. We just want to copy it. Mem move? Just use mem move? Yeah. Tell him as a hearing aid and they'll stop asking questions. Yeah. Well, just tell him that then. Right? It's like, hey, it's been a long time. I'm like, sure I could pick it up, whatever. Or not, whatever. I always forget the targets of memcopy. It's been so long. Destination. Source. Blah. Alright, so destination should be buffer end. Or we need to say buffer plus buffer end. That's, we might have to cast that, we'll see. Comma data, comma length. That should do it. What do we have in the old API? Yeah, see, this is clunky because, okay, what does the Wikipedia way say? Oh, they're just a circular buffer of ints, which is, yeah. And they're just getting one at a time. You know more about planning meetings than new tech? Yeah. Start reading man pages? Yeah, good luck. All right. Yeah, I guess we're just going to do this. We can always make this faster later. Um. Ring buffer read. Uint 8 star data G size length. Oh, you know, hold on. We don't have to do this yet. Let's do this first. G size ring buffer get. What do they call it? Get put main. That's. Yep. Write to buffer index end. Read from buffer index start. Capacity. Yeah, that's. I want to know how much is available to read. In Pidgin we called it. Determine the maximum number of contiguous bytes that can be read from circular buffer. This may not be the total number of bytes that are buffered. A subsequent call for calling mark read may indicate more data is available to read. That have been read from the buffer. You got to do the -- no preserve root now, but yeah. You still say IPX is greater than TCP IP? What about SPX? Is SPX better than UDP IP? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Remember, unlink dev 0 to Hackster the Gibson and reset the root password? Yes. I'm aware. I'm aware. That's why I'm making the joke. Does someone hides the Terminators? IPX and SPX were a network protocol that rivaled TCP and rivaled TCP and UDP, and IPX and SPX were written by Novell way back when. Like, maybe not way back when, but like if you were setting up Duke Nukem to play against each other on a LAN, you could make it use IP or make it use SPX instead of IP. I mean, not even 40 years ago, 30 years ago, it was still around. Maybe they created it 40 years ago. But yeah. Was it only over coax? I don't know the specifics about it. I know it was an option in Duke Nukem 3D. I don't know. Reset maybe clear. So LAN party on this Switch pair wasn't a thing and was super expensive when it first arrived. Okay. Like, yeah, I don't think that transport, the physical layer mattered for it. Like SWK is saying. Like, you could probably run it over no modem cable if you really wanted to. This fucking watch is driving me nuts today. What time is it? Fuck, it's 12 already. All right, you're an IPX on 10 base 2, 10 base 5, 10 base T, Token Ring, and a few more crazy things. 4-player Doom over Serial before we got coax networking. Nice. I don't know what HNDL is. That doesn't mean I don't know what it is, but I don't recognize the acronym. Remember, folks, acronyms are gates that you are keeping. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. Okay. I know that concept, yes. I did not know it by handle or HNDL. I mean, I don't know that quantum is even necessary. If you still got stuff that's encrypted with SHA, or not encrypted, that's hashed with SHA-1, I mean, you can hash SHA-1 pretty fucking fast now. Get available. What do you call this, right? I guess you don't typically do this, right? You just do a read and you return 0 bytes if there's nothing to read. Oh. What do you mean try pop? There. Pop on my knuckles. I almost don't want to go. Here. There's a pop. Although I guess this is... We don't need... Well, we should probably do that, because that'll make it obvious. Thanks. Illegal buffer, start illegal buffer, end, buffer, end, turn 0. Okay, then there's nothing to read, just return 0. All right. If the math on this gets weird, let's do this first. If buffer start is greater than buffer end, we've looped and need to do 2 copies. And may need to do copies. If buffer start is greater than buffer end, then no, we have the whole length. All right, we don't. Fuck. I mean, most of the distributions are the same because. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. All of the software you run on distributions, whether it's Linux, BSD, FreeBSD, OpenBSD, whatever, the software's all the same. That includes the daemons and everything, and all their configuration stuff's all the same everywhere. The things that change on the distros specifically are mostly just the packages of that software and how you interact with them. So realistically, like you hear about people distro hopping and stuff, all they're doing is changing the default installed software, and maybe they're using a different package manager, but that's pretty much it. Also, as I mentioned earlier, and SWK as well, and I think Euro to an extent too, we've all been doing this a really long time. So trying to remember, like, even if we remember what it was like when we were new, it's nothing like it is today. And what ends up happening is you get this thing that you call expert blindness, where we just don't see the problems the same way that somebody new to it does. So you'd be better off finding somebody who's just gone through all of it than asking people who have been doing it forever, is basically what it boils down to. Yeah, as SWK said, the package manager, that's what matters. Baked goods for distracting HR, nice. Yeah, I mean, people come in here all the time. Oh, how should I learn C? Like, fuck, I don't know. I learned C 30 years ago. Presumably, you have much better resources than I did back then. Right? I learned C from fucking trial and error and a dummies for C++ book because that was mostly C and not C++. Like, that was 1997. Maybe it was 96. I don't know. Then I started messing with Borland Turbo C++ Lite 4.5.2, I think. Maybe I had a 3 something. I think a 3 something came with the dummies book. Just, like, I don't know. And I learned C with man pages. Yeah, I didn't become Unix aware until the 2000s-ish, unfortunately. So, yeah. All right. We've looped. May need to do 2 copies. Cool. So we need to check if right is too much. So if length is greater than buffer length minus start minus buffer start, all right, let's do this. Yeah, okay, so if length is less than that, I think this is right. I'm going to have off by 1 errors here all fucking day. We're going to see via Gopher. You know, people are trying to make Gopher come back, right? Was they discussing this with you? Or is it somebody else? There's also a new Gopher-like protocol called Gemini. Not to be confused with Google's thing, yeah. Gopher protocol servers. I'm like, I'm sure it's on the Wikipedia page. No mention of, oh, I spelled Gemini wrong. Yeah. Gopher clients updated 2022 20. So Curl still does Gopher, but supports Gopher, Gemini, and Finger. Gopher, Finger, Gemini for Emacs. Of course, it's in Emacs. Gemini and Gopher. Is there a link to Gemini here? Crystal, yeah, like this is Gemini protocol, application layer protocol inspired by Gopher. Like, so my diameter instead of radius v2. That's actually a clever name, though. You got to give them that. That's a clever name. But yeah. The Gemini project was started in June 2019 by Solderpunk. Additional work has been done by an informal community of users. According to Solderpunk's fact, Gemini is not intended to replace Gopher or HTTP, but to coexist with them. Much of the development happened on the Gemini mailing list until the list disappeared at the end of 2021 due to a hardware issue. Creation of a Usenet group, comp.infosystems.gemini, in October 2021 was the first new news group in the Big 8 hierarchy in 8 years. Yeah. Wow. Did we go to circumference? I think you just decided what we have to work on next, QLogic. Done with the framework of Internet Protocol Suite like HTTPS, Gemini functions as a request response protocol in a client server computing module. Gemini server should listen on TCP port 1965. Gemini browser, for example, may be the client, and an application running on a computer hosting a Gemini site may be the server. This client sends a Gemini request message to the server sends back a response. Gemini uses a separate connection to the same server for every resource request. Yep. It's basically HTTP 1 or 1.0. But it mandates the use of TLS with privacy-related features, including one second. All right, sorry about that. I had somebody staying with me, and they dropped something, and it sounded like somebody knocking on the door. But it was like not like a hey. It was like a ding 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 ding. So I'm like, what's going on? Ugh. Oh, you're right. Burp circumference read. There we go. A function to measure stargates. No, I think that's f of circumference, right? Or is that too nerdy, right? There you go, right? The function of circumference. All right. We leave to menu to do two copies. The user only asked for user asked for and satisfy or user asked for fuck, how the hell do I want to phrase this? The amount of bytes the caller requested can be read from. Hold on. We gotta jump back here real quick. No, we don't use the circular buffer here? Oh, right. So, the protocols and stuff farm everything out to everything else. I'm trying to remember, like, where the fuck is the file transfer shit? Is it FTs in here? Yeah, it is. Goddamn. For some part of me is thinking that the read and the mark as read part. Wait, this doesn't even have the file. Circular buffer wasn't in. No, it is here. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is all the same crap, and it got ported to all the new stuff. Okay, but like the idea was like you could do a double read or something if you needed to. I think that was part of it, but it would have been in the file transfer code. I thought. Where the fucker is a Jabber? I don't know why Simple used it, but okay. So we didn't use it in IRC. I checked everything except I only checked the one spot where we didn't use it. All right. So Jabber SI. Handle up to block size bytes of decoded data to handle clients interpreting the block size attributes as that. Also, serial mark on IBB.c. We destroy. We append. Yeah, this is where this just gets fucking gross. Like, why the fuck are the callers mem copying this? Right, this is just. Let's look just. Actually, I wanted after 4. I'm looking for like an else or something, right? This one could have more, but actually, yeah, let's look at that. Oh, is that the reason? Wait, no. If you failed to do a write on a network protocol, then you just give up. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. This is going to be the same thing. 310. Unable to send message, close conversation, blah, blah, blah. Mark is red. Oh, no, that's the answer right there. So, get the max red. Oh, okay. Fuck, this is stupid. So the main part is if we get a socket, you know, right again or try again, the mark is red is to work around that. Right. So you read from it, but then you weren't able to send it. So whatever, you just didn't mark it as red. It didn't move. So we can put that behavior in here, but I still think we're going to do a read that will just read that block and give it to you directly, and that'll be nice and easy for the unit test. And if we need to put this other implementation here, sure, right? That's not a big deal. But that's, like I said, I thought there was a reason for it, because otherwise it seems really weird and clunky to do it that way. But that's actually a shortcut so that you don't have to mem copy all the time into a buffer. You can just write it directly out to the socket. The thing is, we don't have that kind of setup anymore in Pidgin 3, so it's not something that'll come in handy. But it'll be read without wrapping. Right. So then we are going to say mem copy destination data. Wait, is there mn copy? Oh no, size is already there. Oh, but now we have to figure out which length. So we want the lower G size, read length, or we'll say real length equals we have min and max in C, right? I so rarely need these. Okay, yeah. Do I actually need sysparam.h, or is that just going to get included? Min of buffer. This is stupid. We need another variable for this. G size available equals buffer length minus buffer start. No, this is wrong. Ah, what the fuck? This will be easy. We'll knock this out real quick. Sure we will. Oh, I just understood that now. Okay, so if buffer start is greater than buffer end, that means we've looped. Yes, that's fine. We're skipping that case right now. Else, available equals buffer length minus buffer start. That's how many bytes are available. So if length is less than available, um, this isn't available. Hold on. This, if start is less than or equal to buffer end, we want to say buffer end minus buffer start gives us the available. If available equals 0, return 0. Now, if length is less than available, we don't mean min. Then we men copy right. Destination source. Buffer, comma, length. Does memcopy return how many bytes? No, that returns a pointer to the new address. Or it should be a new address. Returns pointer to destination. Okay, we don't care about that. We'll return length. So now if we have to, oh, we're not wrapping. The amount of bytes, color requested can be read. Oh, whatever. We don't need this statement because this is fine, right? Otherwise, else, copied, available, return available. Okay, return 0. Okay. Let's make sure this compiles, and then we can start building a unit test around that. Between pointer and integer. Hmm? '83. Buffer end pump length. Buffer. No. What? There should be start, right? No. There we go. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck this up for a while before I get it. Append. No expand. No. We're comparing the length of the data being written to the length of the buffer. Oh, actually, that doesn't work either. Um, there, that's what I want. Right, so if we're writing less data than what's remaining in the buffer. You know what? This is a good point to say this too. We have this as G size. Yeah, let's do this. Um, yeah. Maybe remaining is not the right word, but no, this isn't true yet either. Fuck. Hold on. Let's get some basic unit tests written. Because the thing is, the buffer length minus buffer end could be 2, or you know, it could the buffer end could be a position 2, but start is at position 3, which then means we have to expand. So we've got to do a bunch of math stuff for this. But we've got an API. We know the tests are probably going to fail. Let's write some tests, and then we'll go from there. Um, um, now this has me, to do the unit test right, we have to do a size. There's just no way around it, right? We have to. What do we want to call it? Block size, something. No, something new with size. Nope. I thought there was something you could create where you could pass it like a size to regrow on. Oh, there's just an aligned memory thing. That's nice. G bytes, get size, format size. Well, that seems dangerous. Just freeze a whole bunch of random memory. I thought it was like G string or something. Like you could control how much to do. What was the string chunk again? Memory is allocated in blocks. The strings are added to the G string chunk. They're copied into the next free position of the block. The block is full and a new block is allocated. When storing a large number of strings, string chunks are more efficient than gstir dupe, since fewer calls to malloc are needed and less memory is wasted in memory allocation overhead. Adding strings with insert cons is also possible to remove duplicates. I don't understand. What? Okay. Go for it, I guess. I don't understand what this was. Uh, in theory, could it? Maybe. But, like, Q's not meant to work on... It's meant to work on just random data structures. This is specifically meant for bytes here. But you do have me wondering if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, because likewise, I could potentially use G array instead. It's like, does this need to be circular? No. Right. Like, there's no reason it would need to be. They're not data list. Datagram, no. Oh, idiot. G bytes is probably exactly what we want. Ugh. Can I not append to this? I thought we could. Simple ref counted data type representing it. Oh, it's immutable. But so GQ works with a void star as a data pointer. It's just a G list that holds the head and the tail. That's all a GQ is. There is G async Q, which might be similar. New full length Q lock pop unlock push front. No, this is this is all gonna do the same thing too. Like, I just want a window of fucking bytes. What are the other? Oh, there's G byte array. Is G byte array what we want? There's no description. I'll point to the element data. The data may be moved as elements are added to the G byte array. The number of elements in the G byte array. As a given bytes to the end of the G byte array, array will grow in size automatically if necessary. Freeze, whatever. G bytes, array free to bytes. Array new take. No. Prepend, ref. Remove index. Removes the byte of the given index from the byte array. The following bytes are moved down one place. Remove range. Starting at the given index from G byte array. When was G byte array added? Oh, no, well, some of it's 2.32. Yeah, this looks like this would have done everything they needed with the circular buffer, but... Okay. So we were looking for something to back the incoming data from the store. The problem is I need to... the store, whatever. Right, so I need to read data that's coming into an output stream. So in the right method, I want to build out a string, which in theory, I can just do a G string, because this is all going to be, well, that's the problem, is it's going to be well, maybe we can just do G byte array, and that'll do this for us. But anyways, right, so the idea is we're appending data in, but then we're going to check everything to see if it's the right spot. Right, so if we... Right, so this just gives us the data. So what we need to do is, right, we're going to get an input buffer that's like, right, you know, just random data, blah, 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 and then it's like join hash Pidgin, or whatever. You know, so whatever, it's IRC, right? So prive message, hash Pidgin, or Grim. So, yeah, it should have a source. Source of, I don't know, IRC dot whatever dot horse. Prive message, Grim. Sup? Right. What we want to do is we want to read this, and then we're going to look for this pattern. And then whenever we find this, right, so we're just going to stir for this. But, okay, so, you know, say this is one right, we do nothing because we didn't match. Then we hit this one, we did match, right? So then what we want to do is we're then going to send our part that says IRC dot, or so whatever this is, incoming to us. Then we're going to write to IRC dot whatever, or IRC dot whatever dot horse join hash pigeon. Right, so the server's then sending that back out. So internally, when we get to this part and we've matched this, I need to get rid of all this data, because then the next match is going to start for whatever the next one we're looking for is. Which actually we can just, well, we should be able to do with a G byte array, but I think we're just going to make this work on text anyway, which I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but G string does all of this. And this, I haven't worked on this in almost a year, so that's a problem. But we can erase. So, you know, we would erase from the starting position of 0 to the starting position of the string we found that we needed to match until the length of it, right? And then plus the length of it, and then we're done. Which actually, I think we already did some of this. Now that I'm talking about it. But no, you're right. Okay, so again, for the second time tonight, we're just going to throw this all away. Which is stupid, but it's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. And let's not do it again. But this is the problem. You let something sit for so long, right? You come back to it and you're just like, oh. But thank you, SWK, for questioning it. Because now I'm looking at it and going, yeah, this is dumb. Why are we doing this way? All right. So in the expect stream, or response stream, where's our write method? We're calling match. Where's our actual write method? Okay, so if it's canceled, we got out here. Yeah, fucking shit. Yeah, exactly. All right, so in our match, wait, what? Oh, okay. So the expectations are in a G pointer array. Then we, oh, right. Yeah, okay. So we're instead, okay. This might get weird, but it's right. So we're using G pattern spec match string. G pattern match is what you think it is. So G pattern spec. Okay. I think it's up here. Yeah. So, you know, it does star for any amount of characters. It does question mark for a single character. And, you know, those are the semantics, right? So you can write a string that'll match whatever. And then if we didn't get a match, we just return, right? We just keep processing whatever. But we're building the string as we go. Since we have a match, write a response to the input stream. We have to give a copy as we kill the data after this. So the problem is I'm writing to a G memory input stream, and that's the thing that needs to go away. This is the part where I need to have a separate data structure, which for all intents and purposes can be a string, a G string. And then they'll just read out the number of bytes that way. Yeah. Fuck. Why was I so overcomplicating this? We do still have to have a how are we gonna do this as a stream though? Is there? There's no string stream, right? That would be nice. No. That's dumb, but okay. So there's a response stream, there's a response item. Type struct g input stream star. Nope. Parents. Data. Sure. The shitty part is if we're going to implement this all in one file to keep it private API, that's where it gets shitty. Although we don't have to do that. We can just not publish any of the API. Let's do it that way. Yeah. Why the fuck didn't I think? Why is that making this so complicated? Oh my god. I don't know why, but it's just I cannot fucking grok this right. Okay, so we're gonna create. Does it make sense to make a string stream? Or does it make sense to make it public? And the idea would be it's a data it's a input stream where you control the data from a string, from a G string. The only problem is we would have to write accessor API for everything. So I don't remember how to do this part. There's no signals, virtual method, something. Oh, you call set pending. The stream to have actions pending. Oh no, not set pending. Not set pending. Read finish, read bytes, read bytes, read bytes. Is close, close, finish, close, close, clear pending. Read from a stream to close a stream and to skip some content. Skip. Grab the content of an input stream to an output stream without manually handling the reads and writes. Use output stream splice. Yep. I'm not sure what the pending state's supposed to mean. Maybe it's over here. You need to get the substreams with that. Yep. Applications read from that, write to an output stream simultaneously, either in separate threads. Blah. That's not a good breakdown. Cause like I thought there was a way to like mark as pending or something. So that, like, oh no, I guess it doesn't matter. Because it blocks until you can read from it, right? What's it say for the virtual methods? Request an async or no, no description available. Thanks. Request an asynchronous read of const bytes from the stream into the buffer starting at buffer. When the operation is finished, callback will be called. You can then call gput stream read finished to get the results of the operation. That's not great. All right. Oh, GI repository. I was like, why isn't this matching? Just a normal input stream. Task. What? Okay, yeah, tried to read nothing. If it's less than 0, too large a value. Oh, okay. On an input stream, pending means you're trying to read from it. So when you call clear pending, right? So there was the clear pending thing here, which has no description, or clears the pending flag on stream. Then it'll know to read it or whatever. So Jackson input stream has pending actions. Okay. Debugging logging in there for later? Yes, yes. Okay, but that makes sense. So I call clear pending when I have data, I think. But this question still remains of, do we want to make this a public API or not? I guess it doesn't really matter right now. But it might be handy later. But we have a bunch of crap to do to make that work right. Also, I gotta get going to bed soon. I am getting tired. Verb, Mason build. Do we have private headers? We do not. That's fine. Oop. All right. Um. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Yeah. I guess we really just need a pen and a pen printf, right? We can do a pen C. That sounds dumb, but what's a pen length do? Length bytes of val to string. What? Do you actually have something that'll match that in your code? We could put all of the appends in there. What's a deep? Oh, that's your debug log. Got it. So the dilemma here is wait, we shouldn't be calling clear pending. Clear pending is what you would do afterwards. Yeah. How the fuck do I tell this to read? All right. So on read. What does set pending do? If actions pending. If the pending flag is already set, a stream is closed, it return false and set error. Which editor? This? Or this? The answer to both is right there. Right, so I shouldn't be doing anything here. I need to find somebody that implements read function and see what the fuck they do. Sleepy stream. Sure, let's look at sleepy stream. Oh, is that what happens? The read function probably just gets called by the main loop. So if the stream has a pending operation, the main loop will then evaluate that, call the read function, and then go on. So I don't need to like tell it because the main loop's just going to do it as part of its main loop. Although this is interesting. Oh no, they're wrapping it in a data input stream. Okay, that doesn't help us, but yeah, sure. Although where is their sleepy stream implemented? There's new class in it, just sets the read function. Oh, what is it a type of? Where's its parent? Just an input stream. Okay. I saw that cook. I don't know what the hell it did though. What? So it does a random number between 0 and 30. And then it does weird new line shit if it gets it. Otherwise, it then adds it to A. Okay. Sure. Okay. Wait. Oh, they use min between. Alright, that's fine. Yep. Alright. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. I am tired as shit. We are gonna go raid Miss Satin Chan, who is working on her Z80 Game Boy emulator. So if you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and hit cancel right up above chat. Otherwise, there's nothing else you need to do. In the meantime, be sure to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, and hit the notification bell for whatever level of notification you want. In the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here. And if you'd like to join us on the officially unofficial Pidgin Discord, you can find a link to that right over here as well. So thank you everybody for coming by tonight, and until next time, adios.